So I don't know who needs to hear this. Somebody needs to hear this. I don't know who. But no contact is not about them. It's about you. When you go no contact after a relationship ends and you block them on everything, you block all of the text messages, you block the DMs on Instagram, you remove them from Facebook, you delete the photos, you throw away the photos, you throw away the gifts, all of that stuff that goes into no contact, and you stop having any type of communication with them whatsoever. That should never be about them. Except whenever you're trying to make it clear that they can't have access to you, but not, some people use no contact like another form of silent treatment. Like they're just going to teach this person a lesson, whip them back into shape. If that's what you're thinking whenever you do no contact, you got it all messed up. No contact is more about restoring you. It's more about bringing you back to a place of peace. It's more about you cutting off that soul tie, cutting off that dependency that you created in the relationship. Especially when you're dealing with somebody who won't respect the boundary of, hey, I don't need to be in contact with you, or I don't want to continue this relationship anymore. That's what no contact is about. Because here's the thing, whenever you get in a relationship with somebody, you're basically trusting them. You're saying, you know what, I'm going to give you the ability to hurt me, but I'm going to trust that you're not going to hurt me. At least without some type of accountability and improved behavior, and we go forward. Or maybe the hurt can just be too bad where you don't want to continue with them at all. But we all understand all hurts in a relationship ain't created equal. You know, any relationship today has a lot of forgiveness involved, but it's kind of like at a job. You know, some people may just be late to work. Some people may miss an assignment or a deadline. And then you got some people who are stealing money out the cash register. That's a completely different type of hurt. So if you're dealing with somebody who's taking it to that next level, that deal breaker level, or it's so perpetual they're not going to get better, this is where, okay, I cannot continue to be with you, but now I got to deal with the part of me that's still attached to you. That's where no contact comes in. So if you're dealing with somebody, again, like a narcissist, you know, or a person, like we can't just go around diagnosing people with narcissism, but if somebody has narcissistic traits, which you absolutely can identify and assess, and you should if you have proper discernment. But if somebody has those type of traits, and having any type of contact with them outside of like dealing with the kids or something like that could be detrimental for you. It could be tormenting for you. It could be a way, because that's everybody's powers and their access to you. So them having any type of contact actually isn't healthy for you. But if you know, and y'all ain't got to say it in the comments, but I would appreciate those who will. If you know you've grown a weakness for this person, even though they're no good for you, if you know that if they, you know, in a week or two after the emotions start to kind of die down a bit about what went wrong, you're going to start missing them and wanting to talk to them again, you need to go no contact. You can't just downgrade the relationship to a friendship. You can't go to just being a cool little acquaintance. You can't keep the social media accounts there and, you know, the text message undeleted, the contact number undeleted. You can't do that. And it's okay whenever you can admit that. That's actually a part of your healing. Recognizing where you're weak and strengthening that area of yourself. But when you go no contact, that's you saying, I'm taking control of me. I'm putting my own well-being back in my own hands. Again, getting in a relationship is giving somebody the ability to hurt you while trusting that they won't. At least not over and over again in the exact same way, or not to a certain degree where it takes you away from who you are, your core beliefs and your core values, and messes up your friendships and, you know, everything else that you got going on in your life. So if somebody violates that, and you know that you would possibly give them the opportunity to do it again, you need to go no contact. And it's not easy. I'm not saying it's easy. So if you're having trouble, let me give y'all something. For those of y'all having trouble going no contact, you know, don't feel no shame about it. A lot of people have been in the exact same situation. There's 3 things you can do. You can journal, like, because you need to get the thoughts out. You need to write. You need to use a journal like it's your inhaler. And that's essentially what it is. But science shows that journaling helps you express emotions, release those emotions so that they don't stay up here just ruminating over and over again. If all you do is think out loud to yourself and, you know, just keep it all in your head while you pretend that you find the emotions, the thoughts, the conversations that you didn't have, that you wish you had, the way that you wish you had reacted, et cetera, that's going to stay up here. And as long as it stays in here, it's going to stay physiologically in your body. So journaling is a great way to get these thoughts out on paper, get them out of your head, to flush them out of your system without burning somebody out. Because I'm going to get to this in a second, but you are going to need some type of support. Community support is great. Some type of group or some type of safe person. You're going to need some type of support. But if you feel like, I don't want to burn people out, or whatever the case may be, like I don't want to put too much on folks, I don't have anybody immediately available to me, journaling. Anybody trying to go no contact, you need to go and invest in a journal, $2, $3 right now. Walmart, don't matter. Okay. Again, community support. That's the second thing. You're going to need people around you. I prefer to have somebody that can remind you of all of the ways that you were hurt by this person. Because what happens whenever you miss a person, you start to get these rose-colored glasses. Because your emotions are going to try to justify what it really wants. Your emotions are going to say that your emotions are going to miss that familiarity and try to justify going back into that familiarity, even though it was toxic, even though it was hurtful, even though you needed to get away from it. So what you need is somebody who's objective, away from the emotions, that can jolt you and bring you back to reality. So if you can find a safe person, that's great. If you can find a community of people that are all on the same page and all have the same mission, that's great. But you're going to need both the journal and you're going to need the community in order to go no contact. And then you're going to need activities that are going to break the rumination. Preferably something that, requires eye-hand coordination, something that requires you to really focus. I don't know what that is. Maybe you like to paint. Don't listen just to music or just go for a drive, because that don't require, you'll mess around and not be present in the drive. Y'all ever been driving and then you realize, put eye down in the chat if you've ever been driving and then you look up and you realize you somewhere, you don't even know how you got there. You done went 3-4 miles, 5-6 miles, and you don't even know how you drove. Put eye down in the chat if you've ever gotten so lost in thought like that. Dangerous, by the way, but that's called, you probably were ruminating. You need activities that require you to focus in order to break that rumination. That's gonna weaken the hold that those thoughts, those experiences have on you. That's why no contact can be so difficult, because we get caught ruminating and it feels overwhelming and we don't want to get anything done and we're in this funk and we're burnt out by 2 p.m. in the day and we wake up feeling like we didn't even go to sleep at night because we're ruminating. Even as you sleep, you can continue ruminating. That's why sometimes you have dreams. But when you have activities that break up the patterns of rumination, it weakens the rumination. It will start to get fewer and far between that you even ruminate to begin with. I'm just giving y'all some tips. You also need to do things that make you feel alive. Because now that's the fourth thing. I actually only going to go 3. You need things that make you feel alive. Things that bring a smile to your face. Because what you're going to start doing is rebuilding a life without this person. That's what no contact is for. It's so you can teach your central nervous system it can survive. Not only survive, it can thrive without this person. And it's not easy. Them first couple of weeks, maybe the first full month, depending on how dependent you got to this person, how deeply invested and entrenched you was into that relationship. Whenever you go no contact, your central nervous system is going to act up. You're going to have the same withdrawals, and psychology vouches for this, the same withdrawals as somebody who's getting over drugs. The same chemical need and all, you're going to have the exact same thing. It's going to be difficult. That's why you have to have activities. You have to have support. You have to have a journal nearby. You're going to need everything to come after this. But the fourth thing you're going to need to do is rebuild a life without this person. Teach your central nervous system. It can smile. It can be at peace. It can be happy. It can feel good without this person. The more and more you do this is how humans are designed. Your central nervous system is going to acclimate. And then you're going to have that one day where you get up and you go through your day and you didn't even think about this person. Put eye down in the chat if you've ever been there. When your body, your mind, your heart, your sex organs finally let go of that toxic person. Put eye down in the chat if you ever felt how good and how much freedom there is in that moment. But that's what no contact is there to accomplish. It's not there to accomplish teaching nobody a lesson, showing them, making them cry and beg, trying to humiliate them or bring them to humiliate themselves. No, it's about you. And you were just fine before this person was ever born. You were just fine if they had never been born. You'll be fine once you get them out of your system. But no contact is a way to jumpstart that process. Not getting with somebody else, not trying to make them jealous, not getting revenge, not making fake burner accounts on Instagram so you can watch their every move. But no contact is necessary, but don't make it so much about the person. Unless you just really want them to stop talking to you, like you've already made it clear, you've already said it, and now you need to block them on everything. I get that part, but not for any continued relationship or friendship that you can have with them. The relationship you have with yourself is most important. And once you flush that toxic person out of your life, that's whenever you can bring what's healthy and what you deserve and what nurtures you into your life. That's one of the, man, look, evolved men know when a woman is just trying to teach her ex a lesson or just hung up on her ex. Evolved men can sense that from a mile away, even without intuition like women have. Evolved men, just by talking to a woman, can tell when a woman is still hung up on her ex. But I'm going to tell y'all something I really discussed in the free masterclass, Secrets to Making Evolved Men Crave You. One of the things evolved men are going to look for from a woman is apathy about her ex. Maybe even a little bit of gratefulness about what she learned from that relationship without any of it being attributed to the ex, of course, because then that might say that you still got some feelings for him. But all of that pain and your body language changes, that says that you didn't do the work to release your central nervous system from that toxic ex whenever it's brought up. Whenever your past is brought up, past relationship, etc., what evolved men are looking for, what evolved men crave in a woman, is a woman who has gotten complete closure over that toxic ex, over that toxic situation. Apathy. I don't even know if he's alive. I don't care to know if he's alive. I'm just not tripping on it. I've gone on with my life. That's one of the strategies to making evolved men crave you. Now, there's much more than that, because you have to be able to show this in your body language, and you have to know the other thing. Like, it's 7 total strategies to making evolved men crave you. If you haven't gotten access to that masterclass where we went in depth with that, get access now. Click that link. It's pinned right here in the comments. It's also in the caption whenever you back out. Get access to the free masterclass, Secrets to Making Evolved Men Crave You, where we talk about these strategies in depth, how evolved men think, what they're looking for, and what their deal breakers are, especially on how to choose whether or not the man is even an evolved man to begin with. But that's a whole nother subject. Like I was saying, no contact, first and foremost, is about you. This is about you returning to the peace that toxic person took from you. It ain't about teaching them anything. Let somebody else teach them something. You ain't they training wheels. They should have came already trained whenever they came to you. But those are just my thoughts. Y'all let me know what you think down in the comments, and share this right now if you got something from it. And don't forget to get access to the free masterclass, Secrets to Making Evolved Men Crave You. Available now at the link pinned here in the comment. Y'all see that comment right there? Yep. Click that link. Get access to it now. Over an hour we went in. Also in the caption whenever you back out. Holla at y'all later.